So I got my 90-second rice that we inoculated. It's time to open it up and see how it went. If it does good, we're gonna put it to substrate. Let's go. So I've cleaned everything. You can see that it did not colonize the full bag, but you can feel it did colonize. What I'm worried about is that some of this rice got dried out and maybe even rotted. Well, let's check it out. Let's get inside of it. I got a bowl here that I cleaned out just to catch any rice that may not have been pollinated. Oh. Right. Okie dokie. And we got most of it. It looks pretty good. Let's see. Doesn't look like any of it rotted. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and put that to substrate. Let's see how it does. All right, substrate. Just going to loosen it a little bit. I'm going to use half of this, but I had problems using half of the last one, so I need to make sure that I seal it up proper. So, cut the top. All right. That was sealed. Clean my hands once more. Well, made a mess. Wasn't good. All right. Just get the spray once more. We'll be putting another tube in this one as well. now. And this one I'm leaving the patch there so it can still breathe. Have the substrate. So now we're going to put this in a good spot. We'll do what it does, and we'll come back and check on it in a few weeks. So let's do a quick update on the oyster mushrooms that we put to substrate. Probably I think almost 2 weeks now. We've had a temperature problem, so you see I've got it on a heating blanket to help, and then we're getting good humidity in there now. Twice a day I open this up and I spray and fan. Sometimes 3 times a day. Let's see. So I feel like that spot right there I kind of dug up with a fork because it didn't do anything for a while. I thought maybe exposing some of the substrate would help. It did not, by the way. So you see most of them are coming from the edge. We've got a few pins here in the middle. These things will grow. So here's my take on this. I did not grow inside a bag, and I should have, I think. So I feel like this has too much surface area, and so that's why it's spending all its energy making all the little small ones around. Had I have done this in a block or in a brick, or in a bag, I mean, I could have cut the holes where I wanted them and only exposed one part. That way all of the energy went into that one little piece, and I think I would have gotten big clusters of these oyster mushrooms. So I feel like this has not failed. I think I learned something, but going forward I think I'm gonna do bags only. This tray method is not good, I don't feel, for these kinds of mushrooms, oysters, maybe even lion's mane. If you're growing like calf mushrooms, button mushrooms, things like that, I think this would be okay. Maybe even some of the PC strains are done somewhat similar to this, but we'll see. I was hoping these would come in days. It's taken weeks, but like I said, we've had a temperature problem here. It's starting to get cold, and it's tough to keep my room the proper temperature. So if this makes it another week, which I think it will, we'll come back and check in it again in a week. Thanks for watching, guys.